It's not die. I would cease to be. You know what? Let's not go into it. So in front of me, I see a whirlwind.
Yeah, you see dust begin to gather and like kind of being sucked into this location, and then you maybe you don't even see him to start off with because I think you're like just out of the angle is weird. But probably what happens is you hear like the footsteps begin to pace down the hallway, and you probably hear this kind of raspy, dry someone who sounds like they've smoked 40 packs of cigarettes a day, and he's like, "Come to me, defiler." And you hear him pacing towards the area that you are in.
Okay, first off, as a free action, can I? Who's Dane next to? Because I can't see him.
Dane.
Is he not on here?
He should be with you guys.
He is on here, but he is over here.
Also, I forgot to roll his initiative.
Yeah, totally fine. If you want to roll it right now, that's totally okay. We're getting to the...
I can't select him.
You should see him now. He's down here.
Way bottom.
Way bottom.
By the entrance where we were.
I can't see the entrance, and no, I legitimately can't see him.
Is his token not assigned? It is assigned to Dane. You have control over the Dane token, right?
I don't see him.
This is the key. Does he have vision? No, he doesn't. Okay, there we go. There, you should be able to see him now.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Dane, I'll just go ahead and roll him. Because basically I want to inform someone the book. He's attacked the book.
That'll be easy for these groups, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, it's...
Oh, perfect. Dane gets to go next anyway, so he didn't even miss anything. Totally great.
Yeah, so, yeah, shit, did I forget to select him? Sorry.
No, you did. You're good.
Okay, so at that point, I'm going to back up, back up, get out of this. I can't. Shit. At the very least, I'm going to back up to right here. So I have clear line of sight on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use an action.
Yeah, and just remember, these guys are down on a lower level right here. So you can't actually see them. You can see this guy, though. This archer, right?
Yeah. But I can't attack him. He's in the anti-magic field.
True. Good point.
So I'm going to use my action with my inspiration.
Okay.
To use my item.
Okay, good.
So I regain a spell slot.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. And that's all I can do.
Okay. So it is Dane's turn now.
Yeah.
So he relays the message of, like, attack the book. And then he can take his turn as normal, obviously.
Okay, would he go away if he went into the anti-magic field?
That's a good question. You want to find out the answer real quick?
Well, it's a legitimate question, I think.
Well, remember, sure he said he couldn't enter it before.
That's right.
He has made mention specifically that he can't enter it. Now, if that was because he would become obliterated or not, you're probably not sure on that one.
In that case, he's going to fire his bow.
Yeah. Wait.
It would have been funny to see another puck scene. So.
At who exactly?
Let's go with this thing.
That thing? Okay. 14's enough to hit it. So
roll a Constitution saving throw.
It is immune to poison because it's a bone golem, so it wouldn't matter.
It takes the 1 damage though.
It does take the 1 damage. I have reduced its health by 1.
Okay, great. Just wait till you get close enough though, because then bam, you're gonna be hit with this.
I await that. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So we move on to Farron.
Yeah.
So Farron, this cage is shattered in front of you.
I'm really worried about Bernadette.
Also, remember she acts on your turn.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I think I say to Bernadette, protect Aelin and protect our retreat as I dismount.
Can you roll an animal handling check for me?
God.
Bernadette is a creature all her own, and she doesn't take orders from no man.
She is a strong, independent warbear.
She sure is.
You know, I feel inspired by these.
The pity. I feel the pity inspiration coming on.
Yes.
Hannibal is totally fine. Holy
yes!
shit.
Best inspiration.
So I think that like I think Bernadette like cocks her head and like she does a thing like they show in movies and TV shows or whatever, like they turn the one eye to you to see you better. Like to like gaze into your face. To like see how serious you are, and maybe you question yourself for a moment. Like, no, you need to do that. And then Bernadette just like I think there's like a dull, like kind of rumbling, like a low humming roar kind of sounds, maybe like a large cat purring. And Bernadette takes a few stomps backwards and kind of stands guard in between here so that nobody can intercept anybody.
Yes.
She will follow your orders this time.
Thanks for the bear bodyguard.
You're welcome. I mean, half selfishly, if Bernadette dies, then I have no authority whatsoever.
You're just putting her
once again.
with the healer.
Oh,
yeah.
so you just want the feeling of actually being in charge for once. Is that what I'm hearing?
I've never been in charge. It's Bernadette that's in charge, and as her rider, I have a duty to keep her alive.
Oh, okay. Just making a point. Just making a point.
Totally. But yeah, as I run up and I stab this soldier, and
Oh my god.
It's okay, Will. It's okay, Will.
13 on that second attack.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? Ones are automatic misses, regardless of modifiers.
Correct. Correct.
You could have rolled a 2, and it might have hit.
I feel a second pity inspiration coming on.
I feel Farron's wrath descending on the party. Like, Act 2 is going to end with him killing most of us in our sleep.
Yeah.
Well, he's already promised to murder me for different reasons.
Oh, who hasn't?
Cree gets inspiration because Morella isn't worthy of it anymore.
The
All right.
sass.
So, you do cause some damage to this creature in front of you. It's not very durable. You can tell that immediately. But also, your piercing rapier attacks are not particularly effective at taking down a skeleton. But you do cause it some harm, and it certainly did not enjoy that, and probably will attack you next turn. Anything else from Farron?
That's it from me.
Alright. Cree, it is your turn.
Cree, feeling very inspired by Farron's brave actions, plans to help out his fellow mates by attacking these archers up here, so he will hold his action until he is able to.
Oh my god, it's not going to do the
I don't know
Jenkins charge for all of the
what
enemies.
you're
It's going to be
talking
good. It's going to be good. He's got enough health. Alright, so you're going to hold your action to attack if you get into melee range with those archers, right?
Yes.
Cool. Alright. So our buddy the knight knows no better, doesn't understand really what's going on, but knows that you two are clearly not frontline fighters. So the knight is probably going to come up to here, and probably take the dodge action, like bringing the shield up to kind of protect the group of you from any ill will that will happen. And then at the end of the knight's turn, I'm going to take another legendary action to attack him with that massive Fist of Nagash. So, spend my third legendary action point to attack the knight. Okay. A 13, because he is dodging. Okay. A 13 does not hit him. So he probably gets there, sees this big like fist of rot flying at him, slams the door shut, and it impacts with the door, shattering it all to pieces. And then, is still in his dodge stance. Luckily avoiding that nastiness. Which brings us to you, Jericho. The knight has actually been useful.
Harsh.
I thought I might kill him right there, I'm not gonna lie.
So harsh. God,
He's just a young boy.
What is even the
from a
point
poor
of rescuing
family.
all... Exactly. What is the point of me rescuing all these orphans if the GM is just going to kill them?
Because, why not?
Have to make you invested somehow.
You can't then kill them. Anyway, well, Silney seems to have an idea, and that's good enough for him. So Jericho is going to look to Hannibal and to the kid we rescued, whose name I've already forgotten. I'm so invested in him. And just say, well, they seem to know where they're going. I say we move that way, out of the horrifying storm. Hannibal?
Man.
And he's just going to run that way. And I suppose he may as well take a shot at this one down here as he goes.
Let's see the shot. 16 is no problem. Definitely a hit. Dealing some damage to it. Appears to kind of stagger a bit under the physical force of the blow. And kind of has its eye sockets on you as you're careening off down the hallway. Anything else?
No, that's all he's got for now.
All right, Morella. So, you took some nasty blows from this large gladiator-looking.
I did.
Skeleton bro.
Mm-hmm.
And the skeleton bro appears pretty durable even after being kind of wailed on a little bit.
No. So, I'm more honestly scared about bigger dude behind him and pew-pews. So, do I do that or not? But yeah, let's do that. All right. So, Morella, seeing the enemies coming forward and things of that sort, she takes a deep breath and is going to go here. So she's going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think you can take them.
Yeah. I mean, I know I can take them. Whether I want to or not is.
Yeah. Here's the great axe from the big guy.
Yep.
And then the short sword from the other guy.
Fuck Christ. Of course they hit. I don't have the highest AC in the party for nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah, so Morella, do you put your shield over your head and just start running? And then they take that opportunity to just wail blows down upon you.
Yeah,
as
she grunts
away.
through the pain, and it probably it's the blow from the axe that probably sends her off balance a bit.
Yeah.
She leans against the railing as
Sure.
she attempts to catch her breath, and when she does so, she ends up getting on one knee, and we see the necklace that she wears around her neck begin to light up as she does this. champion challenge.
Cool.
And when she does so, the sound of a large bear roar echoes through the halls. Yeah, so all creatures within 30 feet of her need to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, top to bottom. Are they archers within 30 feet of you?
That's a good question.
Not this one, but this one is.
Yep.
So top to bottom, I'll do the archer first.
Yep. Well, let me just figure out the DC real quick for you.
Well, that one failed.
13 is a DC.
Okay, and then the big guy. Okay. Nope, he fails. He's definitely going to attack you. And then we'll do the 2 Skelebros since they're on the same sheet. It'll be rolling. Nope, they both fail. And then the big... Nope. They're all going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them on their turn.
Okay, so here's a question. It never states within the book whether this uses a full action or not. I literally copied and pasted what it says.
Is it in place of a channel divinity?
Yes, it is.
So then it
channel
uses
divinity.
whatever your channel divinity would use, which is an action, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it is an action. Which is strange because the other one says, the other channel divinity says as a bonus action. It states.
I think that's to specify that unlike normal, it's a
Correct. Yeah.
like saying that it's bonus instead of the normal full
Okay.
action.
Okay. All right then. So yeah, as an action, she does that. And then as a bonus action, she is going to, with a fiery passion, enter a
Yeah.
rage.
Seems good.
And
Seems useful in this scenario.
mhm, yeah.
That's a good combo.
This is a good combo.
I know.
I like it.
It would be even better if I didn't have half my health already fucking taken out. So
True. Perhaps you should have raged before. When you
well,
were first
I didn't
trying.
expect that dude to wail on me pretty damn hard. So
Yeah, he's
It's
no
fine.
joke.
We have a dedicated healer.
I'm also in the magic field, so that may or may not.
Well, look, you can't be saved from everything.
Wait, you're in the anti-magic field.
Yep.
Yep. He sure is. Channel Divinity is not magic. Specifically not
Oh,
magic.
okay.
It is very specifically not magical effects.
So, and rage is not magical. So,
Correct. It is the anti-magic, essentially.
yep.
You literally
That is
can't do
literal.
anything magical while you are raged.
hmm
Cool. So it's Cahill's turn. So he sees the gladiator like turn to you and like go to move towards you, and he screams, "I am your opponent!" And he gonna bring his greatsword down twice on this beast.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Holy cow, Cahill.
Cahill doing work.
He was not kidding.
fucking around. I mean,
Yeah.
he rolled nearly max damage on both rolls.
He was not kidding. So yeah, he screams the rage, and he probably like you can hear the bones crack as like he slams into the into like the femur, right? You hear it crack, and you see the creature kind of stumble, and then he probably like pummel strikes, like just punches it in the head, and you see like part of its skull is now like shattered and deformed. But it's a magical skeleton, so that doesn't really bother it all that much. It doesn't go down. But it looks injured now. It definitely like has the semblance of being beat to shit at this point. He screams all sorts of fun, awesome stuff. So it is Daniela's turn. Now, Daniela's been informed of what Silney's plan is. So she is going to dash. Because she can make it to 30 there, and then here. So she dashes into the field, and Jericho, you can see she sheathed her sword, and her shield is on her back, and she looks like she's making to like tackle this creature as she's running up towards it. But you're probably not really sure why.
I mean, it's Daniela, so I assume that she has a lot of pent up anger she's venting. But
John, having also been informed of this plan, is going to run here, here, and here, and then he's probably going to run like up to the edge, or you know what, he'll move the extra 5 feet. He'll duck in, and he looks like he's getting ready to help whatever Daniela is doing. So then we move on to the gigantic guy. Now, because he's commanded, he can't do any of his special stuff. He's literally just forced to attack you. But we haven't seen this guy attack yet, and he's not a joke.
Yeah,
so he gets to make 2 attacks. Actually, I think it shouldn't. There we go. Okay. So he gets to make 2 attacks with this slam. So 1 and 2.
Both misses.
Nice. So yeah, it's probably like a simultaneous like double fist slam, and like as you like rise from your knee, you're able to like just kind of duck underneath as the fist just crash into the stairs, and you can hear like some of the stones cracking underneath the weight of the blow. But I do need to make a saving throw. Oh, good. So Cahill, screaming in his triumph, he raises his greatsword over his head in a call. And there is a Farron, you probably noticed this, and Aelin, you probably noticed this as well. There's a shadow that passes over him, kind of like almost like his demeanor kind of stills, and he brings a sword almost like limply at his side. He's like not fighting anymore. And you see that like all of the enemies are turning towards Morella, and they're going to fight him. And why don't Kree, you as well, Kree, Farron, and Aelin, why don't you roll me insight checks?
What about?
Can Noct roll an insight check?
Dane can roll an insight check as well. I don't think this is something Noct would be able to pick up on.
Lame.
no faith in me.
Oh man, I feel so bad
good.
for you, Farron.
My sweet Ray.
Are you
Aelin,
sure Noct can't roll? He might be better at it.
Aelin got it actually. I was looking for a pretty high roll there. So Aelin, as you observe this like kind of shadow, Cahill seems deflated, I would say, disheartened, and you see that there is at the very end of this, like, you know, he's trying to be the savior, right? He sees Morella in all of her glory, like charging up the staircase, and all of the creatures are paying attention to her, and you see this kind of well of envy begin to build up in him. And you are also the only one that sees this because your insight check is so high. You see the shadow of a crown begin to form above his head, and it's very dim. And I think you hear, kind of in soft, dulcet tones, a voice that says, "I said that he would be mine." And perhaps you realize, or perhaps you don't realize, what may be going on there. But Cahill appears to not be himself.
I don't like it.
So, the gladiator turns and approaches you, Morella. Cahill is going to attack it. He's going to give his attack of opportunity. Try and bring the beast low. Too bad he doesn't have advantage on that. But he does strike it, dealing another hefty amount of damage to it. But it's almost like with fury that he is striking instead of like the divine purpose that he had previously. Additionally, I'm going to roll an athletics check, and this will be the last one this one attempts to take, and if it doesn't make it, then it's just going to give up and go away. Okay, no. So, we spend 20 feet of movement, climbing the difficult terrain to get up to the top. And then the other 10 feet will be spent in charging. I would roll that takes an action, though, so he probably has to just stand there and wait.
Damn, I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity getting through that bullshit.
Yeah, now you are. Silny, as Silny runs forward, you see that there is the back of her hands begin to glow, and you're not sure kind of what it is, but it appears she's like casting a magic spell of some sort. And as she places it down, you see that there appears to be a small like stain of grease that begins to form in this area right here. Find something to denote that. Oh yeah, there's those premium assets that I can't use. Thank you. Maybe this will be a better search. Awesome. And that is her turn. So, Noct. It is Noct's turn.
Aha! As Noct does. He's going to make a slight hop over this debris.
Yeah.
And then he would like to charge up to these archers, but there's this thing in the way.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and push it over the staircase.
Sure, yeah, you're going to try and like bowl it over. Cool.
Of course.
That sounds like a push action, right? Which is opposed athletics.
Indeed.
Yeah, that seems like a totally reasonable thing that you can do. So why don't we each make Noct will make the athletics check, obviously. Versus his, which he is okay at.
Oh, Noct is not at this point.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, I think like there's like a moment where like Noct charges in and like he catches Noct in the side. Now he's purely focused on Morella, but like, you know, he like tries to like fend Noct off and barely is able to kind of wrestle Noct away. Now you can continue moving through him, it's just going to be difficult terrain, right? To move through him.
Then obviously as a bonus action, Noct is going to dash.
Sure.
To get all the way up.
Yeah, it's totally fine. You do not take any attacks of opportunity. These creatures are singularly focused at killing Morella. They all have failed their wisdom saving throws. But your reaction can go off.
As it does.
But I should put a debuff. Let's see.
I am too distracted by almost falling off Noct with the giant's push.
Perfect one, actually. Yeah, no, your lance does not hit home. Unfortunately. Probably, yeah, like you're jostled out of the saddle a little bit when you have to like shove past the giant bone construct. So it brings us to these boys. So 10, 15, 20, 5. We can actually only get to there. It's not actually 35. It's actually, I messed up one space. So he's going to dash to then get into Morella. This guy is going to 10, 20. Farron, you can take an attack of opportunity on him as he like muscles by you.
Yep. I can't believe it.
Holy fuck.
You gotta play halfling next time.
I so totally am.
Will, how in the fuck?
That's 4 ones.
Look,
You've rolled 4 ones.
Let's be fair here. he could actually just be sacrificing himself by sucking up all of the ones the rest of us would be rolling.
True. That is true.
Holy
It's kind of like
bro.
Jesus dying for your sins, only with a practical impact.
Holy crap.
And then here I am, thinking
Jericho,
that I was the martyr.
This one is going to run in pursuit of you with a dash action. So that won't bother you too terribly much.
I've always been the martyr. I've always been the one closest to death in every encounter.
I mean,
Except for that one time Vi died.
Like a year and a half ago, there were times when that wasn't true. And yes, there have been times when actual characters died.
Yep.
One attack on you though, Marilla. This is coming in.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Is a miss. Aelin, it is your turn. Something has changed in Bay Hill, and you're not sure what it is, and you don't like it.
Bay Hill.
It's rather upsetting, and I'm not quite sure how to handle it at the moment. So instead, I'm going to move up closer to him to try to get a better feeling for what's going on. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to get rid of all these nasties so that I can actually figure out what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. So, CR2 or lower. And that's within 30 feet.
Yeah, so it should get all of them.
Should hit all these. So, the bad news is this guy and this guy are bigger than CR2. But, if these guys, they have to fail their save, right, to just completely die. So, and it's a wisdom save? Okay. So I'll make it for the two guys who have a chance of just completely dying.
Holy crap. Sick.
Yeah, so they just shatter and explode into dust. I'll roll for the big guy. Wisdom is their weakness, man. Undead. Nope. He is afraid of you. Very, very afraid of you. And then the other one. Also very afraid of you. So, what does it look like as you like approach the scene with your aura of turn undead?
I mean, I think that Aylin's almost doing it like subconsciously. Like I don't even think she's focused on that. I think she's focused on Bay Hill.
Sure.
And she's doing this just as a means to get rid of the other distractions so she can figure out what to do there. You know? So it's almost like she's just like half-heartedly with her hand just kind of, you know, moving it over her face and in front of her to make this happen. And then she's just kind of like, it's almost like she's pushing them out of the way to get to him, as it were.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a perception check? Oof. No.
Oof,
yeah,
too
you're
distraught.
just you're distraught, like you're concentrating on like this turning these undead and getting them to run away. So it is on their turn. They have to move away from you, right? Until they're outside of a certain radius, I believe. I believe that's how it works. It may be on this turn though. I think maybe they have to take their reaction. Let me look at that real quick. As soon as I can find the proper book there. Nope, I lied. Here, I can just look it up here. Turn undead. Yeah, so let's see here. Where are you? Turn undead.
I think that's fair.
Present your holy symbol, and you can see 30 feet must make wisdom save throw. Turn for 1 minute. Turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. Okay, yeah. So it has to spend its turns just running away from you. Yep. Yeah. And all of its actions doing that. So I would say, I would vote that the most recent channel divinity supersedes the previous channel divinity. Because obviously there's a conflict there in what they're supposed to be doing. So they will attempt to run away from Aelin as opposed to attack Morella.
I mean, Meryl's doesn't actually command them to attack. It commands them to not get more than 30 feet away.
That's true. That's true. Still a conflict, though.
Will battle.
So, Aelin, is there anything else for your turn that you do?
No. I think that's pretty much it.
All right. So, upon restoring our actions here, what are we gonna do? So, I think that noticing that this seems to be well in hand, but that you're running away, I'm gonna throw one of his spells at you, but I think I have to get first. So that's 5:30. Moves to here, continuing to pursue you. Oh, good, you're just in range. And he's gonna shoot one of those nasty, rotting fists at you, Jericho. Nope, missing. I believe a 16 is a miss, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
So
got a nice 17 AC.
Yeah. So he casts that, and he kind of rages and screams again in his nasty, haggish voice. Doesn't seem too pleased by what's going on currently.
Yeah, okay, this is gonna be really fun to run past.
Also,
have you considered just grabbing our new orphan and dimension dooring across the gap?
He's in the anti-magic field, so no.
You can yank him out.
I do not want to touch it.
Oh, fair
There
enough.
is a very real chance you will have another enemy.
I just realized I don't know what the range. Because he has another ability, and I didn't know what the range on it is.
I'm surprised he didn't throw that at me.
Notes here.
I don't
he
think
just
he's noticed you yet.
Yeah, he doesn't even know you're there. You haven't done anything.
I'm the one who shot the book.
Yeah. So that's kind of his target numero uno. M comes before O.
That it does.
That's good, Jordan. You can get a cookie.
Yeah, okay. So he's also going to attempt to do something else to this little knight. He turns and looks at this knight. And he kind of screams with this wail, and you see his eyes flare up with that blue energy.
Oh no.
And this he looks at him and kind of stricken, gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw real quick. Let's see. Mr. Knight. Pull up here. Okay. It is a failure. So
By more than 5, too.
Correct. So he becomes stricken with fear. You see, like, his hands are shaking, and he looks like he cannot move.
That'll happen.
Yeah, that'll happen. And that is all for his turn. So it is Archer's turn. I think that this Archer, realizing his plight over here on the left-hand side, is going to pull out a short sword and attack with it. And then this one is going to attack Korean Noct, and then this one is going to shoot at Morella because still technically, quote unquote, come here to do so. So let's do the shot on Morella first, the longbow.
Doesn't hit because of that special shield you gave me.
Indeed.
So, because of that, it makes my AC 22, so it doesn't hit. Hooray!
Useful. Short sword attack on Korean Noct.
The first time it was useful.
That is a hit.
Okay. And then short sword attack on Daniela, which is a miss. And then a bow shot on you, Jericho. They're trying to stop you. They've been instructed to kill you at all costs.
They're not doing great at it so far.
They're not. They're really not. At the end of the scout's turn, however, going to become a whirlwind of sand again. Am I? Oh, I should mention as well. I'm sorry. This aura goes away because it was his turn again. Oop, there you go. Let's see. What am I gonna do here?
He has not noticed me yet.
I think that I become
That's
a
a good
whirlwind of sand again. And I'm going to move 60 feet. Uninterrupted of any. In fact, I'm only going to move 50. And Jericho, the creature appears before you. This whirlwind of sand as it materializes. It actually probably looks like almost like scraps of paper are like assembling themselves in front of you. And he's, he seems fierce and as though he wants to kill you very badly.
You don't say.
Yeah. But that does bring us to Hannibal's turn.
So, you
are making noises. Okay.
I am dashing, and then as I run past,
are you gonna take that attack?
I am going to take that attack. However, I might not go to right here if it hits me. But
Sure. Yeah, you might. Bloop.
I get hit.
You do indeed.
So from right there, I go right there.
Yep, and you're invisible now, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So
Right.
it hits you, it strikes you, and you take the damage from it, which is significant. But then you appear invisibly behind this necromancer who appears to be hunting Jericho.
Yeah. So pay yourself.
Yeah.
Because also, now that I think about it too, he solidifies when my turn comes up.
Yep. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of your turn, we're gonna throw another Fist of Nagash at with my legendary action at Jericho. We really want Jericho dead.
How many legendaries does he have?
He gets 3 legendary actions, and then he gets them back each one of his turns.
Okay, so this is 1 spent.
Yeah, and I spent 2 for the whirlwind.
Okay, I was confused because
yeah, so mechanically,
whale.
Yeah, no, mechanically the way that that legendary actions work are, you can spend them at the end of any other character's turn.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was confused. Is this glare a legendary?
No, his glare. So when he attacks, he can do his glare and the fist. That's his attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was a little confused. Not anymore.
Yep. So Jericho, I think that's a hit, though, right?
I mean, it would be, but Jericho is seeing this, seeing the old guy lining that up.
Yeah.
It was just, what will he say to him? I think he's just going to say, "This isn't going to work any better for you than it is for the rest of your nightmare construct. Well, your gang here, and I mean,
don't roll 1
rolls because anything." There we go. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So his fury he hesitates for a moment at your words, and you're able to move from your position, and the blasting fist just slams in the wall and creates a large shattering of the paintings and tapestries that are lining it.
I know what it is. Jericho shrugs as he ducks under the shot and then just remarks, like father, like abomination.
Yeah.
It's vicious. There's a laugh track. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah. No. Laugh track ensues, for sure. So we get back to the top of the order, and I think that there is something significant happens here. You begin to hear horns blowing from outside, like victory horns, and you recognize it as the horns of the bear riders, who have probably pushed their way into the courtyard at this point, and are descending upon your position for perhaps reinforcements. But we shall see what other interesting things they have in store for them. But this is probably a great place to take our break for the night. So why don't we be back at 5 after? Take a 10-minute break.
Alrighty.
Wow, we're already there.
We're already there, yeah. Combat goes slow, but there's cool, interesting things that happen with it.
I swear to God, if he teleports away before I can hit him.
He's already used all his legendary actions. You're fine.
Are you really?
Yeah.
He used 2 to turn into a sand thing and 1 to try to punch me. Yeah.
That's right, he did.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
see.
But no, his turn is before mine. Shit.
We'll see everybody in
Get
a little
wrecked,
bit.
dude.
All right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. Enjoy the break screen. I hope you all will be here in just a few minutes. We'll see you later.